Hello and welcome to part 10 of our championship season. So we are in Silverstone and about to jump into qualifying. So I went ahead and did practice just before, and well, we were quite a long way off the pace. I often find that is the case with me. I don't have anything particularly against the layout of the track. It's just, I don't know, I can never get the what do you call it, what's the word for it? I can never get all the corners right, like in one lap kind of thing. I usually get one section of the track right, and then another section, another section there. So yeah, I have a lot of trouble with it. So yeah, and I think we were P18 or something at the end of practice, so like at least 2 seconds off even our teammates. So it's going to be quite hard, I think. Might actually add some more downforce, to be perfectly honest, so I'm having trouble. So yeah, we'll just see. Hopefully we're not last, I guess. That's the main thing. I suppose the only thing that can console me is it's not raining, at least. For God's sake, computer, stop letting me off so late. We lost half a second from the computer doing that anyway. I'll have to look it up on Google, see if there's anything wrong, because it's starting to annoy me quite a lot, because we're losing like half a second while not even doing anything. Well, before we even started the lap, we've already lost like half a second, because I mean, if I knew that they was going to like put the car into the corner and I just had to sort of you know, make sure it sort of went in the right direction, that's one thing, but the fact you have zero control over where the car's going, and usually it tends to actually, you know, send you towards the completely wrong end of the corner. As what I mean is, like, just before, like there, it's like, you know, the corner's to the right, so you need to be over as far over to the left on the track as possible to be able to get the widest line into the track, sort of thing, you know. But instead, what does it do? Instead, well, nah, it puts us like all the way over to the right, which is the most inconvenient place you could put me. So obviously I had to brake a bit, because if I didn't brake I'd end up, you know, sort of going completely wrong direction. So it is quite frustrating. So I do find that very annoying when it does that, so I'll have to Google it before the next part, see if I can actually figure out what's wrong with this thing. Because they're starting to actually lose us time, which is actually bad. P19, that's not really good. So how far off were we in the end? Let's see. Oh, 37, so it's a bit better than the practice, but yeah, see, if I hadn't had to brake, because the computer was being stupid, I would have probably been half. I would have probably might have been P15, 16, wouldn't have really helped us, to be honest. Oh well. I often find I have this issue on this track, so yeah, I guess we'll just advance into the race and then see what happens. Right, so let's get into the race, I guess, or see what we can do. Yeah, I kind of suck at this track, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did pretty badly. I mean, we're pretty bad as it is. I mean, P19 is pretty terrible. But yeah, just have to go ahead and see what happens, I guess. Looks like some clouds come over a bit, which is not going to help us. Off we go. I think I've got a glitch texture on top of my screen again, which is not going to help me either. Is it going to go away, or no, it doesn't look like it? I think it's just nice. Try and gain as many positions as I can this opening lap, because I don't think we're going to be very fast, so that as maximum positions we can get. Yeah, well, we probably be our finishing position, I suspect. I don't expect us to be able to gain more positions. Unless we're lucky or someone screws up. Oh, for God's sake. Oh Jesus. Why did I get fired? What? That wasn't even my fault. For God's sake. Wow, our laps were in straight away. Race, I mean. Looks like we're going to finish in Stone Dead last, I suspect. These little corners. I hate them. Oh jeez. This race is really not... Are you serious? Oh my god. This race is really not going well. Terrible qualifying lap, glitch on top on the middle of the screen with a flag, and lost the front wing and got 2 penalties now. Can it get any worse? I shouldn't say that, it probably will get worse if not. I mean, the game has overall been surprisingly free of glitches and bugs, which is a good improvement on some of the previous games, which I do remember had a few funny hiccups here and there. But something too bad. It has had just a funny selection of stuff, I guess, the things which have been not quite right, and it'll be funny things like this glitch, which is in the middle of the screen. I've had another one. Which was like a random weird small texture, like semi-opaque, in front of me, like on the track. I've had an invisible car on the track. I've had the black driver just floating on the track, and I've had there's someone else I was racing online with who had what was it they had? It was there's like a texture of like a barrier or something which was permanently breaking in front of them. So like as they drove along, it looked like it was just permanently blown up in front of them, which was quite strange. But yeah, this game seems to have a lot of those sort of type. Oh, that's pretty bad. A lot of those sort of glitches rather than sort of crashes or doesn't work or broken cars or whatever. It just seems to be lots of things like that I've seen so far. Yeah, that's what it's been so far mainly. I mean, I haven't really seen much more. Gee, that was a terrible line side. Oh! For God's sake! That's another thing I want to say about the AI, is it's sometimes a bit too aggressive, I would say. So it is quite... yeah, well, serves you right. But yeah, that's the other thing. The AI do seem to be really aggressive. I mean, I'm all for like more racy AI, but they were pretty useless in some of the previous iterations of the game. But it is aggressive and it's aggressive. There's aggressive as in they will try and sort of dive bomb and all that sort of thing, and then there's aggressive there when they literally just turn straight into you. On the Williams gone. But yeah, I mean, it's one thing just to be racing trying to overtake you, but it's another thing when they actually just smash straight into you or just turn like into your racing line. There's no reason why they should turn into it, which is interesting, but they never used to do that on the previous iterations of the game. They never actually did that. They turn into your racing line or fudge you out of the way. They'll either just give up, or if they were coming past, they'd wait until it was like a less sort of, I guess, more straightforward place to overtake. Whereas here they'll be a bit more opportunist, but which is not a bad thing, as I say. But it's frustrating when they do sort of do some bit suicidal moves almost. on you, which sort of does mean this sort of takes you by surprise, because you don't expect to be going around, like I said, a corner like back there the previous lap, and suddenly to sort of get just nudged from behind. And sort of think, what's happening again? It's Vettel. Is he spun or something? Has he got a problem, or is he just spun and think? I seem to be picking up random spaces here and there. Everyone seems to be just crashing and stuff. Looks like he's got away from it though, so it doesn't look like we're actually going to get a place, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping the amount of front wing damage was coming, which meant we would have been able to just breeze past. Well, we do have front wing damage too, but there's front wing damage, there's front wing damage, there's front wing damage, no wing, and there's front wing damage, just no end plate. I'll have to be careful, I'll get another penalty if not. Already on to the last lap of this awful race. I'd be quite mad if we get another penalty before the end. I shouldn't do, but now in these games you can still just get random ones. Online is the worst for penalties, to be perfectly honest, because there's so many glitches with people jumping forwards and backwards, flying across the screen and all that sort of thing, that at any moment's notice you could get a penalty for no apparent reason on your end, which is very frustrating. Like, even if you haven't done anything wrong, you'll just get around the penalty, which is, oh dear, that's interesting move. I've never seen a move like that there. Full credit to the Williams though. Cut. It was interesting overtaking manoeuvre, which nearly worked for him. Well, it's just worked here instead, but it was big. Ooh, okay. He goes going on front wing. See, it's weird. See, they were way faster than straight and tried to overtake. There's no point racing them because we got a penalty anyway. But then they were fast going into the corner, but they were super slow going, so I bumped into them. It's weird how the AI do seem to do that in this game. Well, racing games in general, actually. Yeah, it's kind of weird how they do that. I don't know why, really. Well, that was kind of predictable. I don't really like that race. I think the other thing is the car so much. I think it's just me being crap. See, because Daniel Kvyat, our teammate, got P7, which is pretty respectable. But yeah, so I think it's just I don't know, just I can't drive properly on this track or something. I don't know. You can't. I mean, that's why it goes with racing. You can't be good at every track. I mean, okay, if you practice and practice, you could actually be, but it's rare that you can be good at every track. I mean, even in real life drivers, some of them will be really good at some, and then they'll hate another one. Although they'll say they're bad, but they're still good. I mean, relatively speaking, they'll say they're bad as in they're not first kind of thing. But you know, everything's relative, I guess. So yeah, 2 seconds. So we did finish P16. Okay, so we didn't actually lose any more positions, which is good. Don't really know why I got the penalties, as I said. Oh well. The standings, okay, we lost a bit of ground to Max Verstappen. Plus obviously we didn't get any points this race, so gap's widening a bit, but still fixable as such. So yeah, we'll just have to see. That's where the next race is the half-season mark. It's Hungary, I believe, so we're smashing through this quite quickly. And we'll just have to see how it goes next race. Hungary I'm usually pretty good at, so hopefully we can get better than P16, which is, well, pretty crummy result. So I'll catch you for that race.